art of alignment means aligning with our mental, our emotional, our physical, our spiritual, and our financial wealth. These things are all interconnected, just as everything is. So, being able to be really aware of these 5 main pillars of our existence, while also being aware of what our main values are in life, we're able to align in a way that is extremely fulfilling and purposeful. I'm still learning this, so I'm not claiming to know everything or have any fix-all solutions. All I know is that every single morning I wake up and I continue my disciplined routines, and I'm able to build myself a world, a whole universe where I feel very aligned, and I believe and trust in the universal creator and God and my own energy and all energy systems. And I'm able to see with a level of clarity that in my alignment, I am on my path. Nidal says he is learning too. We all are. We're all just learning out here. But we're able to show up once we are aligned in a way that shows people that, others are not alone. And there was a time when I felt very alone. And I can understand how without being aligned or without having practices which align us, it's something that we all fall into at some point. If we don't have a community of people who are able to show up and say hello, so hi, first of all, hi. But if we don't have alignment within our own selves, how are we going to be able to show up authentically? And we talk about authenticity all the time, but when I say it, I really mean like actually show up in presence, in enlightenment, in full clarity, and in peace. And every single day, new dramas arise and try to suck us in and steal our energy away. And it's about being able to align back into source and have a level of peace within oneself. And once we do that, it reflects over to all other categories of our life. So I believe that spiritual is the best way to align the other categories, because if that area is lacking, in particular, our emotional, mental, physical dis-ease, dis-ease. What does that mean? It means not ease, not easy. It means that we have an ailment within. And of course, then our finances start to suffer as well. And I've been there. So I want to be able to show up for people and say, you're not alone. And also, there's an art to alignment. And as an artist, it's my duty to show up in the world and to point out the art in everything. And so here I am, and here we are. And so I'm grateful that you are here with me, because it's so much more fun when we go on these journeys together. At least with alignment, we will go steady. You said go steady. Yes, we can go steadily into that dark night or however they want to say it, And hello, thank you for joining from LinkedIn, and thank you to Instagram for joining in as well. All of the channels. I see you on YouTube. Hello. Yeah, so it's not easy to do these things. It actually takes a great level of inner working and inner standing to be able to show up in each moment and work through these things to transmute energy through the body. And there are ways that we can do this that, as I'm saying again, I've needed to do this over the past several days, especially because they have posed extreme challenges and intensities and levels of energy which I don't accept in my life, low level energies that I do not accept in my life. And that's not to say that we don't have the ability in alignment to face difficulty. It's just that when the difficulties arise, we rise above it. Period. Like, we can rise above it. And so I have had some incredible guides in my life, and they have shown me practices I can put forward to make it just a little bit more practical, a little bit more helpful, to be able to heal ourselves and to be able to show up in ways that are completely aligned. And once we do that, we're able to embody and fulfill our life's purpose. Now, I talk about this all the time in my art, all of my art. I mean, I actually am really excited because this is my book, which I have not published yet. I do have someone working on auditing the book, someone on my LinkedIn connection, Binati Sheth, and she's also on my Instagram. And this is the physical copy of the book. But in the meantime, what I'm doing is I'm minting the pages as NFTs. And I have merchandise available with the main cover as the design. I just launched the site today, so I'm really excited. And I will absolutely, post the copy in the comments, but you should go to CarinaKrehl.com and check it out because I'm really excited. So it's CarinaKrehl.com/shop, SHOP. And you'll see I've got aprons, which people are like responding really well to, and hoodies. And I've got some orders today already, and it's just very rewarding and fulfilling. But I'm only saying all this to say that this book is what has helped me align with myself and have clarity in my life purpose. And I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't understand, see, look, individual freedom. That's what alignment can bring us, is our freedom. I wouldn't have been able to get to that point if I wasn't, aware of the truth that all is one and all is interconnected. Hi, Robert. I love you, damn it. I love you too, damn it. That's hilarious. That's great. I wouldn't have been able to get to this point, period, if I didn't understand the truth that everything is interconnected. And I'm still reflecting on what my main values are. I have core values for my company. They're radical gratitude. That's number one. Attitude, which I think is extremely important. And I've talked about that on the live stream before. I've done the art of attitude as a whole episode. And then I've also got prolific, because I literally create so much. Like, there are folders and folders of artworks, mural pieces. I've got paintings. I've got virtual reality. I've got books. I've got everything. I do a little bit of it. It's a little bit of everything, I say. And it's the truth. And so that's been something that I've become aware of, and I do think that's true. But I got a couple of other core values for my company and their process, which I believe very much in process, especially artistically, as well as loyalty, which I do think is important. But I've been reflecting more and more on my own self and thinking, like, in my life, what are my actual, like, values? And I think that they go a little bit deeper, like love. And so love, absolutely, and I've been just reflecting on that. But I'm saying this on the live stream to everybody because it's okay. Like, I think it's important that we show up and include people as a part of our journey. Like, you all are a part of my journey. Robert, Nidal, East Coast Commission. Like, I see you all. Tierra Cultivata. You all have followed me. Some of you are newer. Some of you have been following me for years. And, like, these things make so much worth it. Like, they make all of this so much worth it, because otherwise, what are we doing it for if not love? Like, and love is a vibrational frequency of existence. Love transcends all things that are love is that. Like, love is that smile, and love is everything. But it takes a certain degree of being able to rise beyond low-level energies, and that's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of work. So welcome to the people joining. We're talking about the art of alignment. Thank you, Robert, for this kind comment on LinkedIn. You are a plethora of reflection and a smorgasbord of love. See, this community and this space is really why I continue showing up, because the people here, Barakats Kari. I hate on Instagram. I always butcher the people's handles. Kari AE7, welcome, Lord. But this is why I show up, because it's so affirming. And not to say that I do it for comments, likes. I create because that's what I'm here on this planet to do. But by me doing that and aligning, are we seeing how this is all coming together? By aligning with my soul's purpose on this planet, I show up, and then people see the love that I radiate, and it can be challenging. It takes just overall stepping into our brazen nature, and it's something that I work really, really hard at each day in aligning to do. So what that looks like is aligning spiritually. So in the morning I wake up, and the first thing, actually physically, is what I first do. I first get my body moving. I need to get that body moving, because otherwise my brain starts to kick in and try to tell me all kinds of crazy nonsense and pull me out of my present moment and my physical existence. So by getting the body moving, it's the best thing that I have learned that I can do. And some of these practices are newer that I'm putting together, but what I've noticed is, as I've done all of these things, I wake up earlier. It's easier for me to fall asleep. I'm not inundated by all of the thoughts. So first off, I get the body moving, and I will go outside and get some early morning sunlight. It is important to regulate our physical body with the sun. We are animals. We need the sun. Like, hello, Derek. We need the sun. We need to have the light on our skin, and it feels good. So once we do that, then we can move on to meditation. And this morning, for example, I got a city bike and I rode out to the pier, and I sat in the water for a while, and I stared out, and my brain was trying to talk to me, and I was just staring at the sand and staring at the birds and staring and breathing. And so then I began my meditation, and I sat on my towel, and I was able to really pull into my physical chakras, like to pull into the meridian points of the body and to meditate and to be able to come aware. Hi, Jason. Hi, Fred. Welcome. And yeah, so I was able to pull into the physical part of my body and then my meditative spiritual part of my being. And then I was able to take moments to pray. And that's another part of my spiritual practice, which is extremely important, because once we meditate, we listen for the Creator to send us messages. When we pray, we are asking God for what we want. And then I rode the bike back home, and I got my smoothie on, and I helped nourish my physical body a little bit more. And then I started with my Zoom calls, and I did a Zoom call for one of the communities I'm a part of in the video challenge, and then I did another business Zoom call. And then from there, I'm like feeling really good, and I can acknowledge the ways that I'm feeling aligned. And I'm sitting there brushing my hair, and I'm like, I feel great. My body feels good. I got some sunlight today. Like, that's already kicking in. It's already working. And I noticed that the thoughts start popping back in my head, but I'm more resilient than them at that point. I'm already aligned. So there goes the mental alignment as well, because I took the time and I did the work before. Oh, I love you too. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses and hugs, kisses and hugs. That's sweet. But yeah, so because I took the time to align myself physically, spiritually, then my mental is stopping trying to inundate me so much, and my emotions aren't afflicted. Because once we can stop the mental from taking over and our thoughts inundating us, our emotions just don't suffer anymore. So here's a big part of that too. Okay? I had taken care of all of those things. And then you want to know what I did for everything up until this point, except for around 5 p.m. I did another meditation and some more prayer and started cooking dinner. I was doing business and I wasn't distracted. And I'm planting seeds, I'm tilling the garden, I'm pulling out, I'm cashing checks. Like, my finances are doing well because my mental and my emotional, my physical, everything is aligned. This is such a good question. How do you deal with fear? Okay. Emmanuel, I've got to tell you the relevancy of this question because I've had to deal with fear over the past, I don't know. I've been dealing with some fear over here, and it's I always am tempted to be like, it's not mine, it's projected. But if I'm dealing with it, it's mine. It's just that I'm responding to the fear that is being projected on me. So I'm able to recognize that, yes, it's coming from somewhere external of me, and that's challenging. But if I'm feeling it, then it's become internal. It's not me and it's not mine. I guess I should specify it's never mine. It's just that, like, if there's something in my present moment that is not fear inducing and I'm feeling fear, well, then guess what? It's gotten into the system. So I have to learn how to align and above it. So how I deal with it, I do the things that I'm talking about. First things first. Sorry, I heard Nicki Minaj in my head. First things first, I eat your brains. Stupid. But first things first. I laugh at my own self. Just ignore this part. But don't, because look at the joy. I'm here for it. Anyway, first things first, whenever I actually am, absorbing the fear vibrations, I just pull into love. Here's the thing about it, everybody, okay? David Hawkins, the particle physicist and human psychologist, has a whole book about this, power versus force. And some of you, I'm sure, know about it because either one, you've heard me talk about it a million times, or two, we are aligned beings. So by essence of us being aligned, you probably know about some of the things I know about. Regardless, there are levels to this shit. Not just to keep saying, there actually are vibrational levels of energy that exist. And those energy levels are numeric. They can be encoded. They can be tracked. And there is scientific physical proof that fear is a low level energy. The lowest being guilt and shame. Those are the lowest. And then rising up, even anger is above those two. So once we deal with someone who is angry or who is fearful, for example, they actually are on higher energy level vibrations than other emotions, which is fascinating because we can have genuine compassion for these individuals and ourselves once we are the ones feeling it, because we are still rising up. The point being, fear and love, they can't coexist. It's all harmonics. I think of it like music. If you are playing a C chord, okay, ba ba ba, like heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul, okay, that's a major chord. But if you play a diminished chord, then you playing that on top of the C, it's gonna be disjointed. It doesn't work. So they can't coexist at the same time. But here's the thing. Love as a frequency is far more powerful. We can all rise above it. So I treat fear like that. I'm really glad we're having this conversation because I know I don't know, because I'm open to infinite possibilities, but I have a hunch that I'm going to be in a situation here this weekend where I'm dealing with a lot of fear coming at me, and I'm being tested, and I'm aware of that. So I am focusing on my alignment. That's the one of the reasons why I'm here today. Main reason why I'm here today talking about this is because I've gained some clarity on this, not only through my own alignment to my physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, financial well-being, but also because I've been guided, I've been pulling into this myself. So I feel a responsibility to share it with you all. So I'm really grateful for this question, Emmanuel. Long-winded answer, but it is something that deserves the time, I think, because fear is a doozy. So let's see. Hello, Jimmy, and saying peace, Peace. That's right. You listen to a stand-up comedy routine to get yourself laughing no matter where you're at. I love that. Put your favorite joke in the comments, because I use a joke. That sounds dope. So Robert, you said right on CDK. Prayer and meditation is the most effective way to manifest wellness in your life. I mean, can somebody get this man an award? That is absolutely right. Absolutely right. And it really is as simple as that. There's so much out of our control in this life. As long as we feel like we're aligning with the vibration, as long as we know we are, there's nothing else. Like remaining present and being love. What else is Well, there's my website that you could check out, because I do have merchandise out and I'm really excited about it. So let me talk about that for a second before I get off of the live, because my pizza dough is rising and your girl has got to eat. So the site, it has this design, the cover of the book, on hoodies, on t-shirts, on coffee mugs. I've got it going on aprons, and I'm really excited about the aprons because I'm gonna get one to paint in and I'm gonna get one to cook in, and I just need to label them so I don't get paint on my cooking apron or flour on my painting apron. And I've also got, of course, the prints that people have been buying for the past couple of months, but I've got a new manufacturer, so I'm really excited about that. Hello. Oh, I've got all these people now joining on LinkedIn on Instagram as well. So hi, Lindsay. Hi, Uncut. Hello. Uncut. So check it out. Jaw makes music. He's the one that's building this merchandise with me, and I was just talking about it. So this is my book, and the cover of the book has the design of my art on it. Or the cover of the book is the design of my art. And I said I'm selling is different products. I've got masks, coffee mugs, all kinds of stuff. And the site just launched today, so I've just been really excited about it. And I'm telling people about it on the live. But the main point of today has been about alignment. And I've been feeling really aligned within myself. I've been feeling very, very firmly grounded in knowing that I am fulfilling and embodying my life's purpose day in and out. That's a very powerful statement, and I don't underestimate the power of a statement like that, especially when it's coming from the capital T truth. And it absolutely is. So I just want to come on here and share this with all of you. And I'm going to end the LinkedIn. I'm going to linger on Instagram for a minute in case anyone has further questions. But I just want to say I'm so grateful for all of you, really. Radically grateful for all of you, and just know that I love you and I want to be there as a support for you. So please reach out. I'll be reaching out to each of you, but don't be afraid to say what you need, because this is all love, and I'm really glad I got that in the live today. If you're just watching this now and you're just tuning in, please watch the playback, because this episode was really, really powerful. At least for me, I felt the love the whole time. Here